Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Sure do miss you. Feel free to pop in when I'm having open office hours, and even if it's just to say hi, I would love to see you and just see how you're doing. So this is your weekly instructions for the week of April 13th, Monday, April 13th. Obviously, it's a holiday, so then starting the academic week of April the 14th. So I thought I would just kind of run through everything real quick and hopefully it'll be clear. But again, if it's not, if you ever have any questions, you can email me with my Gmail account or my regular school account, or again, you can pop on during my office hours. I know that there were some security issues with Zoom, and they meaning Zoom has actually put some security features in place. So I've relinked my my office hours with passwords and all of that. So that can be found on the calendar, and I'll show it all to you here in just a minute, all right? So let me go ahead. I'm going to start sharing my screen. We're gonna start here, and I'm just gonna pop over. Like always, we are gonna start on Google Classroom, and we're gonna go to the calendar where it says Spring Semester Calendar. This will always, for me, this will always be your starting point. Okay, to check here, I'll have things linked up, again, along with a video giving you guys instructions. Give a minute to load. Yep, still drinking my gallon a day with my purple cup here. So I'm down in May. Whoops, hang on. Oh, that was March, sorry. I just graded a bunch of stuff for my college transition class, and so my vision's getting kind of blurry. I thought that said May 2nd, and I was like, what? Okay, so here we are, and I hope you are enjoying some of the things I'm linking up here at the top, not the faculty meeting, but like there's some music to study by, and I have some other music to study by, and it's not all the same YouTube channel, but there's different channels or even Spotify playlists. And then I've started doing what's called First Chapter Friday. So those will be linked up on Fridays if you're needing a good book to read. So here we are, April the 13th. And this is what I was taught. I keep wanting to reach up here and point, because if I were in class, of course, I would point up on the board, but I can't do that. So if you watch the cursor, so right here, this is where I was saying that I've kind of relinked my office hours and kind of the way it's done. So this should get you there, okay? And if you're at any time trying to get onto my office hours and it's not working, you're having some trouble, then send me a remind, okay? Because if my phone, actually it's in on the charger right now, but I usually have it in here with me while I'm working. Alrighty, so this week, this video right here where it says click here for weekly instructions, just like in the past, the word here will become an active link, and I will link this video to it. And I went ahead and just put it on Monday, even though we don't have school, just because there's just kind of a lot over here on Tuesday, even though there's not actually a lot to do. It's just there's already some stuff over there, and I didn't want it to get lost. So the one thing that we have ongoing is the Bell Ringer Journal, okay, the what I'm calling the COVID-19 apocalyptic journal, okay, just kind of, you know, what are you up to, kind of what's going on right now with life, just reflections and ponderances. Let's see, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, whoops, there we go. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then you'll submit it on Friday. I have not yet graded the ones that y'all just submitted. Like I said, I just finished grading the ones for my college transition class, and then I'll do yours and I'll get them relinked by the end of the day, so you'll have access to that. By the end of the day, it's Monday right now when I'm making this video. All right, so the first thing that you guys need to do, and again, I have the assignments numbered, and then the numbers coincide with I almost said Facebook, with Google Classroom. All right, so the first thing is a quiz or reading check over section 1 of Fahrenheit 451. You can use your completed study guide. Okay, as you read section 1, you completed a study guide, and then you can also, there's some questions about the background information, and that was actually posted out on Google Classroom. That was the very first thing. That was from the week before. okay, when we were just getting into all this e-learning stuff. Sorry, I've had something poking me in the eye all day and it's driving me crazy here. It's like an eyelash has just been poking me. All right, so the very, very first thing is this quiz over section 1 of Fahrenheit 451. And again, you can use your completed study guide and you can use any notes that were taken over the background information. Okay, and again, there was a Google slide presentation and I actually made a video going over that information. All right, next up, we're gonna start reading section 2 of Fahrenheit 451 called, I just forgot what section 2 is called. My book is in yonder way. The sieve and the what? It's on, I just blanked. Anyway, we'll look at it in just a minute. So you'll begin reading section 2. And again, there's a reading guide that's out there on Google Classroom. That's actually, I have everything scheduled to go live in about 30 minutes and at about 5 o'clock this afternoon. All right, quiz over section 1. Begin reading section 2 of Fahrenheit 451, complete the section 2 reading guide. On Wednesday, and again, you don't have to do these the day that they're assigned. Some of y'all have actually done this one already, I noticed, because I posted it also for my college transition class, and I think they all went live at the same time. But the hashtag challenge, it's just something kind of fun for you guys to do this week. And it's located under bell ringer and exit tickets. And basically it's, if you had to create a hashtag for this time in 5 words or less, what would it be? And my example was use the bathroom whenever. So that was my example. So the hashtag challenge, what would you like, what hashtag would you come up with? I've had some fun ones so far. I haven't looked at y'all's, I didn't realize y'all had already responded to it. But some of them, like one of my seniors said quarantine and chill. But then some of my seniors had some sad ones too, like, you know, graduation's a bust or whatever. All right, moving on. A short answer response to part 2 of Fahrenheit 451. Now last week I had a Padlet here and most of you marked it as done, but yet the Padlet was bare. What is up with that? So to give you guys the benefit of the doubt, I do know that my on-ramps students were also trying to put some stuff, they're doing research and they were trying to put some stuff on a Padlet and they were having trouble with it. For some reason they couldn't post. And so I'm assuming that same thing happened with you guys. So we're just not going to worry about that one. And instead I have it set up on Google Classroom as a question and we'll look at it here in just a minute. And again, if you don't know how to respond, you're being asked to respond to one of the questions. There's 3 different questions to choose from. Respond to one of them and then look at your classmates' responses and then respond to 2 of your classmates. And the templates that are here, these probably look familiar. Some of these are the same things that we used when we did our independent reading and then y'all responded in your journal. So these are some of those same templates. This one's a little bit new. This, I pulled some stuff off of here, but y'all didn't have the actual stems, okay? So these are some tools that might help you as you format your answer. And then, of course, the bell ringer journal on Friday. So let's pop over here to Google Classroom. Again, we started here with the calendar. Now let's go back. You'll see how these are grayed in. That just means that I have them set up and you'll see it's scheduled for 5 p.m. And I don't think you can see down here that it's 4:33. So it'll be popping up in about 30 minutes. So the quiz, it's a Google form. Okay, and again, take a few minutes to do this and you can use, you can use your notes about the background information. What is utopian? What is dystopia? Okay. So again, you can use your reading guide and you can use, I need to update this and say that you can use the background notes as well. The sieve and the sand, that's what it was. The sieve and the sand reading guide. So this is the reading guide. The G over here just means Gatlin. Okay, so the reading guide, just like last week, you should each get a copy of it. Okay, and you can just go through as you read and fill this out. It's not as long as last week's. I think last week's was like 20 some odd questions and 6 pages. This one's 14 questions, okay? And then the discussion and response. So I have it set up as a question, and you'll be able to respond to that. So it's question number 3. Let's see. After reading part 2 of Fahrenheit 451, please answer one of the following questions using complete sentences, of course. Your thought-provoking answer should be 3 to 5 sentences in length. If you go over that, that's fine, but certainly no less than that. Once you submit your response, please respond to at least 2 classmates' responses. Your response should be a well-thought-out response that possibly challenges their perspective or presents a differing perspective. So question 3, according to Faber, how long ago was the last liberal arts college shut down? Why did it close? And then, would you enjoy an education where your only classes were based on STEM? So science, technology, engineering, and math, and then why or why not? Question 7 is talking about the loss of books. And Faber says the loss of books themselves isn't what's ruined this society. Instead, he says it's the loss of 3 specific things. So in your own words, explain what what 3 things are missing from these people's lives. And then question 10, based on what Mildred and her friends say about politics, and this one I thought it was so timely, considering we're in a presidential election season. Why did Winston Noble win the presidency? Do you think voters in our world today focus on the same criteria? And guys, think about our world today. It has changed so much than just a month ago. So our world today being kind of in this pandemic situation where we're self-isolating. I hesitate to use quarantine because quarantine means you've possibly been exposed, and so like 14 days you are by yourself without contact with family or anyone, and that's for most of us that is not the situation. So again, think about our world today and how much it's changed even just in the last 30 days. And do you think voters in our world today focus on the same criteria? And then, of course, explain. And then I mentioned the hashtag challenge. That's down here under bell ringers and exit tickets. And again, the weekly reflection journal, I will get these graded and resubmitted. Or, I'm sorry, graded and returned to you. And then the hashtag challenge. Again, some of you have already turned this in, which I think is awesome. So did you know that one strategy to stress relief is laughter? Attached is an article from the Mayo Clinic explaining both the short-term and long-term benefits of laughter. In an effort to create a few chuckles in no more than 5 words, create a hashtag to describe the quarantine life. Okay, so there's the article here. And so again, here's, oh, there's what mine was. Use the bathroom at leisure, not use the bathroom whenever. So yeah, just something kind of fun. Shouldn't take you more than a few minutes. So again, you're going to start with a calendar. That's always going to be the first place to start. And watch this video, which will be posted, let's see, where is that? There we go, right here where it says here for weekly instructions, and I'll also post it separately in Google Classroom. So as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Pop on during my office hours. You can see them there. Let me stop sharing my screen. And I hope everyone is doing well. I've had some fun conversations with parents in the last few days. So anyway, hope everyone is well, and I look forward to hopefully seeing y'all soon. Bye.